Role-playing video games has always sparked my interest. The artistic styles, the storylines, the lore always get me going. My name is Teer. I'm a game art and animation major at the University of Advancing Technology. My dream job would be a character creation for Blizzard to work on World of Warcraft. Early life for Blizzard, the character creations that were working on Diablo 2 in the early 2000s started using 2D sprites that were originally 3D models created in 3D Studio Max. This was an Autodesk software that used 3D modeling back in the day. They update it now to where it's 3D Studio Max, and that's what they currently use for a lot of the animations for World of Warcraft. But during Warcraft 3, they were still using 3ds Max for the entire character creation, the animation, the textures, and everything. When they got into World of Warcraft is when they got into using stuff like Substance Painter, ZBrush. These are the things that gave them the hand-drawn textures that we know on Blizzard stuff. When they use games like Overwatch, they use the game models from Maya. So they'll animate everything from Maya, they'll do everything on there, and they'll take those models and take them to ZBrush and stuff like that. This has always been really interesting because UAT has been teaching me all the 3ds Max, Maya, Unity, and Unreal to get into something like this. So it's always really interesting for everything to connect. Day-to-day life for Blizzard is just like a normal 9 to 5 until they get into the expansions. They will have I think they're every year or 2 years they're going to have a big expansion, and during these time frames they'll have teams that will working on the 60 to 80 hour work weeks. I will be trying to get onto those teams because they will have overlapping roles and they'll give you major experience, so I can do an art job and an animator job at the exact same time, get the experience from both. There's going to be a lot of work that comes into these games. During the research, I don't know if I'm ready or not. I've learned a lot of the same skills that they're going to be teaching us. The Blizzard has a very big camaraderie environment, so they'll be very welcoming to anybody coming into them as long as you have the skills and you're willing to work. But they're putting out amazing content, and I know I'm behind the power curve, and there's a very inspirational quote by David Goggins that I just want everybody to know. You got to callous your mind. You got to do things you don't want to do. So even though it seems hard, there's a person within everybody that you're capable of. Whether you want to be the rich millionaire, you want to be the guy relaxing on the beach, you're capable of being that person. You just have to find all the things that you're not doing that he's doing and do those things. You're doing things every day that you don't, that guy's not going to be doing. As long as you can picture it in your head what you want to be, you'll be able to become anything that you want.